Hey to all you beautiful people and beautiful souls. Peace on earth and love and light to you. This is GabrielleEther's channel. We're going to walk a little bit today. Come on, boo. While I'm telling you this story, it's so cold out here. But there's a reason why I chose to come outside. For once, I went like over top because I do that. So cold. And then for two, I needed to come outside, get in tune with like nature and stuff like that. So come on, there's my boo boo. We're doing a little walking, and this is going to be why watching what are they called? Why no longer vegan videos? Why watching those videos inspired me to stay vegan? Okay, so some of you guys are going to be like, what does she know? She hadn't even been vegan that long. Come this way, boo. This way. She haven't even been vegan that long because I've been vegan like 4 months. I started like right after my daughter's birthday. Her birthday is in September. So I have to just hold her hand because she's like out of control. So I don't know. How many months is it? I can't add. Like 4 months. So, and the thing was, let me tell you guys why I became vegan. I felt like I had to at that time because, I won't be able to just look at the camera. I gotta look up and look at my baby. So, before I became vegan at that time, I always experienced headaches. I still do, but not to where I used to experience them. And actually, Israel, we gotta walk out of the road. And then so but it had got to a point where I was experiencing headaches like every day, all day, no lie, okay? Every day, all day, migraine like headaches. And they were so bad, and it would not stop. And every time I would research it, I would just happen to land on a vegan video where someone was already vegan saying, hey, I experienced this. You might want to try not to eat so much dairy or go vegan. So I was like already contemplating going vegan. But in my head I was like, okay, I'm just gonna kind of like lower my dairy and meat intake, and like I was already doing it because I was already contemplating going vegan, so it wasn't enough. So what I did was I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that rough smart thing. I'm gonna do the 7-day vegan challenge and see if this works. Okay, so day 1 of me not having no dairy, no eggs, no meat at all, my headaches went away and they stayed like that. Okay, I will always experience like very bad PMS, like very, very bad periods. When I went vegan, I have not had a bad period like that since then. So so that's why I went vegan and stayed vegan. Since then, if I had any dairy products, it has not been on my own free will. It has not been me being saying, oh, I got so weak, I need dairy or I need meat. And oh, let me say this. I haven't said this yet. This is gonna be kind of like a response to like Freelee's video, because I swear that girl said so much stuff in that video that I was like, yeah, true. Like, kudos for you for saying that stuff, because it was stuff I was already thinking. So, the thing is, you guys, so I've been feeling so good ever since then. I've lost, like, last time I checked, I lost like 15 pounds, and I haven't checked anymore since then. But I know I lost some more weight because there are even more clothes that I can't fit into now. So, that I'm too small for. And so I feel so good, like better than I have ever felt. But like they say, people stay vegan for like years and then change. And in my opinion, I feel like I don't know if they were ever really vegan. And I say that just because how do you go to eating dairy or meat without getting sick. Because every time I've had like a hiccup or something like that, a mishap, it's because at first I was ignorant to the whole vegan lifestyle, and I did not know that when stuff said non-dairy, because like I was such a slob when I was eating vegan at first. Like I was still like very unhealthy, like eating vegan, like eating any type of thing. And I would suggest that you might want to do that just to get you past some days, you know. So I'll just say, oh look, non-dairy, put it in the grocery cart. And then one day I realized something like told me, like, check the ingredients. Something told me to check the ingredients. I checked the ingredients and it said contains eggs. I was like, oh no, like that's like the last thing I wanted to eat was eggs, because I had been stopped eating eggs before I became vegan, because like when I did my research on them, it was like, oh no. Okay, come on, let's go back. Let's turn around. Let's go back. Okay, so eggs were just so unhealthy to me. So let me tell you guys, that's how I became vegan. So let me tell you, that's how I became vegan. That's why I wanted to be vegan. That's why I stayed vegan, for health reasons. So let me tell you guys, when I first started researching veganism, I came up on it by mistake. I didn't know what it was a couple of years ago. Really didn't know what it was. I heard of vegetarians, never heard of veganism. And I was having so many problems with my teeth. And I started hearing it's because okay, it's because we are herbivores and not carnivores. And I really resonated with that. I didn't believe the whole 1, 2 canine teeth thing that they were saying. And it made sense to me. I found out, I felt like our teeth were not made to eat meat. So from then on, I wanted to be a vegan, and that was the only reason why. Then, like I said, I was having so many. Huh?
How y'all doing?
We doing good. How you doing?
Okay, y'all be careful out there.
Yes, ma'am.
Get out the road.
She's talking to the dog when she says get out the road. As you can see, we are practically in the woods. So I felt somebody thinking that. But yeah, so so what was I saying? Yeah, I was having so many issues with my teeth. As you guys can see, like I hate my teeth. Okay, so that was the thing. And then so immediately I felt like we're supposed to be vegan. So you know what I started to do then? I started to research what meat and dairy did to your body. And then immediately after that, I slowed down on eating meat, slowed down on eating dairy about 2 years ago. And I was only vegan just because in my head I had enough evidence to know that that meat was not meant to be consumed by humans. Okay, and then you know, I saw a lot of people who care so much about animals, and I'm just not gonna lie to you, I didn't care. I didn't. I'm raised in the South, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and you know they kill deers and you know they treat animals like they kill deers for a sport, and they treat animals like nothing. And thing is, I've always been kind to animals. I just always been in me. So I wasn't doing it for that. I simply thought, and from my research and findings, meat was not meant to be consumed by humans. And so when I became vegan, it's because I got sick, and I stayed vegan so I would not get sick again. Because you guys, like I said, I don't see how come these people don't get sick when they, any type of mishap I've had, I get sick every time I eat something and I was unaware. They're like dairy has been in it. I'm throwing up everywhere. I don't believe these people was ever really vegans. I don't care. So this is how I think.
They do this.
But huh?
They do this.
No, I'm holding on to your arm because you're a road runner. Okay, so you guys, but let me tell you, so it got hard, really hard. So I was like, let me do research again. Let me see if this is right. So I'll start watching why I'm no longer vegan videos. And the thing is, like, the videos that I was watching, a lot of them was saying the same things, and it just wasn't adequate enough for me. I heard one person saying something like, she was like, it prevented her from being social. And then I was like, well, then I might as well wrap up my whole life and go back into my mother's womb. If I'm going to run from something just because I can't be social, because that is the story of my life, okay? So I've always been the different one. Like, I've always did things differently. I've never been it's 11:11. I've never been a rebellious person. I just been told that I was a rebellious person just because I don't care what everybody else is doing. I'm just not like that, okay? So that wasn't a good enough reason for me. And I saw a couple of people saying that, oh, I couldn't go over someone's house and eat because they was of a different culture and I don't want to miss out. And I'm like, well, when are you ever going to restrict yourself from eating something, because we can't eat everything anyways? So, you know, it's like we're back at my mother's house now. You know, my baby can like run around and do whatever she wants. So when I heard people saying stuff like that because of social reasons, they couldn't be social, wouldn't allow them to be social, they was the only people sitting at the table not eating, I'm like, well, hey, like, that just was not a good enough reason for me, just because I would have to like just not be I would just have to be a totally different person to abide by that, because yeah, I've never been the type of person who cares about what somebody else thinks about me. I'm not going over there. And I've never been the type of person who cares about standing out and looking weird, looking different. I just never cared about that. So yeah, that wasn't a good enough reason for me. So then I will watch people who say that they got sick, and that wasn't logical for me either. Like, that wasn't logical enough for me, because my thing is, like, people say when you stay vegan, you get sick. But one thing we do know for sure, when you eat meat, you get sick. So that just did not make any sense for me at all. And then I would hear people say, oh, I was having all these problems, and then I ate some meat, and then the problem cleared up. That wasn't logical for me either, because I'm like, well, the meat probably gave you something that you were lacking, so duh, the problem is going to clear it up. That don't mean that it's good for you. That means that you have to, like, in my head, like, I just wasn't finding a reason good enough, because I've always known that meat consumption was bad for you. Okay, so I could not see any logical reason for me. That was the thing, it just was not logical for me. And that's how I was like, hold on, this is inspiring me to stay vegan, because this stuff don't make no sense. And if I start to succumb to what they're like, to what they're doing, if I start like letting myself fall for these reasons that are not logical to me, then that would make me stupid. So no offense to them, I'm just saying me. If anybody start to do stuff that don't make sense to them in their head, that's just going to make you stupid. And I was like, I can't do that. Like obviously, no one is giving you, no one has gave me the right reason. So that means I'm on the right path, and it motivated me to stay on the right path. Now let me tell y'all how I started caring about animals, okay? I landed on a video and I misread the title, and this guy was like, I thought he was gonna say how come he was no longer vegan, and then he said something like he made, okay, so you guys, like, he was so distraught at the fact that he made a mistake and ate meat that he said something so powerful to me. He was like, I can't something like he can't look at himself, like he satisfied himself with temporary pleasure. So an animal, you know, he wanted to satisfy himself with temporary pleasure, and kind of like that would be kind of like sacrificing the animal who, you know, like had to like lose their life for that. And then that's when it hit me. It hit me then. And I was like, okay, like, that's true. Like, just because I'm having this temporary moment of weakness, like, dog, like, you know, and I believe in karma, you guys. I was like, I don't want nobody to treat my baby like that, and I don't want anything to happen to my baby just because someone else wants to be greedy. And then I would research more things about how animals was treated, and then it broke my heart. And then now I'm just vegan. It's not just a diet, it's a lifestyle. So yeah, I try to make sure to the best of my ability. I try to make sure that that everything I do is vegan. Like, but see, even before I became vegan, like, my shampoo was natural, my soaps are natural, my deodorants are natural. And you guys, look, can you see that moon? That is because it's the 20th, January 20th. That's the see how big it is? Yeah, that's the super full moon in Leo, blood wolf moon. You see that? Yeah, that's it. That's it. So if you're just here because of the title, you're not familiar with my videos, I do psychic readings. If you don't believe in that, then hey. But if you do, I can really help you. So I'm going to invite you to subscribe. And those of you who've been following me for the longest, I'm just trying to like this. I'm just trying to move around this dog because they're going. Okay, y'all, the thing is, like I was saying, I really like the point that Freelee was making, and it's one that I came up with myself. She said a lot of things that I was thinking. When I was watching those videos, I saw a lot of people making lame excuses and saying why they were no longer vegan, and just me personally, they sounded lame to me. And that's why I decided to stay vegan, because like the reasons just weren't logical enough for me. And it's not that I'm just looking for a right reason now, because now I've found my reason. Like, it's like, the thing is, it's like, I never heard no one say, even though I have to start back eating these animals, even though I am now going to start back participating in the horrific way that animals are have been treated, I'm going to do it. So because this is going to make me feel good. And I feel like they just were doing something that they already wanted to do in the first place. And I think a lot of them were probably plant-based and weren't ever vegan. And yeah, that's just my opinion. They tell theirs, so I'm telling mine. That's the thing. And so when I watched Freelee, I was already planning on making a video like this. I was like, okay, let me get my butt up and make this video too. I just want to show y'all. I already showed y'all, but look. Do you see that? Can you see that moon? Can you guys see that? It's so cool, huh? Oh. that's all. Like I say in all my other videos, continue to come and grow with me and subscribe. Bye. And remember to be kind to animals.